with the big winner tonight.
He is undefeated in the squared circle.
No one beats us to the punch.
Bare Knuckle News fans, I am backstage after the big fight, BKFC 36, our first time in New Orleans, with the one and only Jeff Houston. Jeff, what energy, what a crowd. Let's talk about that.
Susan, of course you're going to make me talk when my oxygen is depleted, but what a better time to do it. Bare Knuckle News, Susan Cingari, post-fight talk, one of my favorite things to do. BKFC 36, what an amazing crowd here at the Pontchartrain Center. I mean, we're really starting to see the crowds. The organic is just, the growth is just so incredibly organic that we are seeing true jubilation and excitement from the fight fans. I love it.
Some big surprises tonight. Alan Belcher, wow. He really had a great fight tonight. I'm disappointed that Arnold lost and didn't retain his championship because I know and love Arnold for a long time, but I am so proud of Alan Belcher. We have to talk about that.
Alan Belcher did something tonight that the true fight fan can appreciate, and that was the come-from-behind victory. He was knocked down twice in round number 1, and then came from behind, got the 10-count KO, and he is now our new undisputed BKFC World Heavyweight Champion, and one of the best crowd reactions from a BKFC event that I could remember. It was incredible.
And what a great after-fight interview he did with Cyrus, talking a little bit about how you should really go for it. It took him 19 years to get here, but he finally did it.
You know, I myself, Susan, was never a fighter. But if I could live vicariously through that moment there, I would say that most fighters aspire to hear this one time in their life. And that's to hear those 2 words, or actually 3 words, new world champion. Ooh, doesn't that just give you goosebumps?
It always gives me goosebumps standing next to you, Jeff.
It better.
So many other great fights. Let's kind of give a recap of them. Lily looked amazing as well.
Well, James Lilly, as always. James is just next level. Every time that he steps in the squared circle with us, he proves once again that there is a difference between a good fighter and world-class bare-knuckle fighting. So, honestly, there's nothing else for him to answer outside of a world title opportunity, whether that be at 155 or 165. And we both know the one person who is in possession of both of those titles. So I think that it's the obvious go-to. I really do.
Any other fights that surprised you tonight? I mean, we had so many great fights, so many come-from-behind wins. A lot of actual draws, which, because the fighters are both so good, a lot of fighters that came over from boxing that just looked amazing stepping into the squared circle for the first time.
We had a lot of new fighters that really put it out there when they towed the line with us tonight. But another one that I want to give a shout out is our resident veteran, Caleb Lionheart Harris. Wow, 39-second KO over Brad Machine Gun Kelly. And we all know that Brad is the furthest thing from a pushover fighter. He is as tough as shoe leather. But Caleb is just one of those types that, you know, he's been with us almost since the beginning. He is now 10 fights into his BKFC career. That's just unbelievable. He's another one who's just going to be in line again for an opportunity. I mean, you know, he had that one opportunity, and it's going to happen for him.
Yeah, he discussed that in an interview tonight, that he really is looking forward to a title shot. I feel at this point he does deserve it. All right, we're going to talk about some of our upcoming fights.
We're going to have so much fun this year. I mean, exponential growth that we've seen with BKFC in 2023, and it's just going to get better. We've got BKFC heading your way March 17th in Delray Beach, Florida. Brand new city for us in the great state of Florida, my new home. Love Florida so much. I really do. And then our debut in Virginia. And you know who's going to be heading up the card on that, and that is our great undisputed BKFC World Bantamweight Champion, Reggie Easy Educated Hands Barnett Jr. I think we're also going to see a strawweight champion, if I'm not mistaken. I think that you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm not going to give it all away because I could put names out there, but Britain Hart, knows who I'm talking about.
That's right, Bret Hart. We know who he's talking about.
Hell yeah.
David Feldman and you and the entire team have worked so very hard to make this sport a fascinating sport, and you never, ever disappoint us, Jeff.
It's my job to not disappoint you, Susan. It is my job to give 110%. I extrapolate percentage off of 100% every single time that I get into that ring. And the growth with bare knuckle and the acceptance of bare knuckle on a mainstream basis was bound to happen, but it had to happen with the right vehicle. It had to happen with the right promotion. Everything, as I said, I love to say this word, organic. It was organic growth from the ground up. We have built stars, we have built bare knuckle fighters, and more importantly, we build a bare knuckle audience that is just, wow, they just show us so much love, Susan.
So well said, Jeff Houston. Always a pleasure to interview with you. You know that you're my favorite, and when I grow up, I just want to look and dress like him. For Bare Knuckle News, I'm Susan Cingari, and this is the one and only
Jeff Houston.
And it's time to knuckle up.